Hello. Before we move today, I want to explain why movement can feel so hard, especially when under stress. Discipline is one of those things where it's framed as a mindset issue. However, discipline breaks down when the nervous system feels unsafe. When the body perceives a threat, emotional stress, overloads, or pressure, it tends to go in protection mode. In that state, your system is going to prioritize and conserve energy. It's going to prioritize safety, not performance. So if workouts feel overwhelming, inconsistent, or draining, that's not a lack of motivation. You're not lazy. That's physiology doing its job. This is why regulation matters. When you create safety, the body is more receptive to movement. So instead of enforcing intensity or forcing pressure on your body, we're going to start with some regulated movements to help our nervous system relax and feel safe. Now, here are the rules. I don't want you to push or perform. I just need you to trust the sensations that come over your body. I'll meet you on the mat. Let's go. And as a reminder, guys, consistency doesn't start with force and it doesn't begin with pressure. It begins with regulation. So if you've been pushing too hard, if you've felt like motivation disappears, this workout will meet you where you are. I have my iPad here. I will glance back and forth just to make sure I'm staying on task. Make sure you all have a bottle of water nearby. We must keep our bodies hydrating, blood flowing in order for this to be successful, okay? Now I'm gonna start out in an Indian style position. Now my torso is upright, posture, nice and clean. And I like to regulate my breathing, relax the body before I begin my workouts. So we're going to start with some deep breaths. Make sure we are breathing from our diaphragm. Don't slouch or lean. Let's keep our posture upright, chest up. That also helps with keeping that tummy nice and braced and strong. And we are going to breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth, just for a few breaths. We want to make sure our bodies are open and receptive to movement. Now, once your body feels safe, we're going to ease into some neck rolls. So, what is comfortable for me is to sit like so. Um, Guys, you can go from whatever position feels comfortable for you. I do prefer sitting on my legs sometimes. So we'll start here. And we're just going to do some neck rolls. And there goes our sound. But starting with your chin tucked towards your chest, we're going to gently roll upward towards our side. And you should feel a nice stretch as you roll in a circular motion. And again, we're exhaling as our chin is tucked towards our chest and inhaling as we bring it towards our sides and repeat. Now, I do like to do at least 8 to 10 reps. Now, if you're ready and you're comfortable, we'll go ahead and move into some shoulder rolls. That'll still focus on your cervical spine, upper traps, as well as your shoulders. You want to make sure you're in a relaxed position. Now, I am going to slow it down and show you this motion or this movement from another angle. So we're going to roll our shoulders up towards our ears in reverse, okay? Nice and easy. Don't forget to breathe and relax. No tension. And we're going to roll it forward. Torso still upright. Now, if this feels weird, get those arms out like so, and you can do it like this as well, and forward movements. After about 8 or 10 in reverse, we can go forward 8 to 10 times. Remember, we don't want to be tense, right? So try to relax. Now, let me know if you've seen this move before. We're going to drop into a cat-cow movement by starting in a tabletop position. Now, I'm flat right now. We're going to make sure we are aligning our wrists under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. Okay, now once we're in alignment, we're going to inhale to drop the belly and lift our chest as we gaze up like a cow. Now, I want you to exhale to round the spine, tucking that tailbone and dropping the head like a cat, sinking breath with movement for spinal flexibility, and repeat that movement. Now, as you lift to gaze upward, be sure not to overextend your neck. How are you feeling? All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We are going to get in a seated position. We're doing seated twist. Sit tall first. Rotation comes after length. I want you to think lift, then rotate. We're not yanking ourselves into position. We want controlled rotation, which protects the spine and improves mobility long term. Breathe into that rib cage. I personally prefer to place my elbow on the back of the knee. It feels much more comfortable for me while my palm is resting on the floor. But again, do what works for you. What's interesting about this mobility exercise is that it increases your range of motion in that lumbar spine area, and it also reduces stiffness and tension in the back, hips, and shoulder area. Individuals with recent or chronic spinal injuries, severe back pain, or disc issues should consult a medical professional before attempting. Now, what we've done to one side, we've got to do it to the other side. So we're going to take our right leg, keep it stretched out, and we're going to prop that left leg over that right leg. We are going to take our right arm and position it on that left knee. will turn towards the opposite wall or direction, and we'll hold that pose. Remember, a good range or duration is 20 to 30 seconds, but I want you to do what's comfortable for you. We are not forcing today or pushing. Congratulations, we've completed neck and upper spine. We've done thoracic mobility for about 3 minutes each. If you're ready, we can go on to hips and pelvis. Now, we're not stretching to extremes, we're inviting movement. We're starting with gentle 90/90s. So, with my left leg in front of me, I am going to form a 90-degree angle. And my right leg, which is stretched out right, I'm going to kick it behind me and form a 90-degree angle. Now, you'll notice that I am bringing my ankles a little bit closer to the body as I have been doing this for a decade now. So I love a nice deep stretch, and I'll be leaning towards my lower leg, placing my elbow on my knee or in my knee area. Now, please do what is comfortable for you, but if tension shows up, slow down. There is no reward for pushing here.
90/90 hip rotations are truly about internal and external rotation work. So if this feels tight, good. That means we've found something. Stay upright through the torso and control the transition. Don't use momentum. Earn the range.
And I do want to clarify that this is a highly effective mobility exercise that is designed to not only target your glutes, but improve hip joint range of motion by targeting deep hip rotators and that hip capsule. And by positioning legs at 90-degree angles, it specifically increases external rotation in the front leg and internal rotation in that back leg, reducing tightness. And just to add, this is particularly beneficial for those of you who sit for long periods, or if you have any back pain, it can alleviate discomfort in the lower back, knees, and the feet, surprisingly caused by limited hip mobility.
Plus, most of us sit way too much, even my gym girls. So, this is a nice mobility exercise to incorporate.
If you're still with me, you're doing excellent. Now we're going to go ahead and move into our last mobility exercise, the half lunge or half kneeling stretch. Now, I want you to go ahead and ease into a half kneeling position, tighten your abs, your glutes, and then shift your hips forward until a stretch is felt in front of the hip of the trailing leg. Notice my foot is nice and firmly planted on the mat. Now, this is a targeted mobility move for relieving tight hip flexors and quads, commonly caused by prolonged sitting. We want to tuck the pelvis slightly and lean forward while keeping the glutes engaged. Hold for 1 to 2 minutes per side for maximum results. And I do want to make sure you're feeling this in your quads, not in your hamstrings. We are focusing on those tight hip flexors and quads, as well as our trunk area. Please feel free to grab a hold of something stable if you feel yourself rocking back and forth. Over time, you will build strength in your core, which will better help you balance in the future. And where are my manners? Listen, I know this mat is thin. Ladies, feel free to pick this up to add some extra cushion for your knees. Please forgive me, okay? I am pushing 40. What was I thinking? But yeah, go ahead and double that mat up. And hopefully we didn't do your bad knee first. Okay, we're about to get onto the other side. And trust me, I know you see me running my mouth here. I really appreciate your patience doing this voiceover today. Guys, I really did not intend that sound to go out. However, I am just repeating these instructions, giving you some cues to better help you with this exercise. Remember, we want to keep our chest up, our heels firmly planted, getting that nice stretch. We should feel this in our upper thigh, which is our quads, okay? Now, if you want to come down, put your palm on the mat. Now that's on the same side with our knee on the mat. If you want to put your palm on that mat to get a deeper stretch, feel free to do what is comfortable for you. I am so proud you kept your focus and stayed this long. Notice if your breathing changed. Notice how your body feels now compared to when we started. This is what it looks like to work with your nervous system, not against it. Consistency starts with experiences that feel supportive. If this felt grounding, please return to this session at any time.